Morgan Reagan, I'm juiced. I'm a little too in for tonight's game. Kings, Mavericks, Sacramento going for 6 wins in a row against a Mavs team who's on the second night of a back-to-back. They were in Milwaukee last night, had a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter that went away, and they lost to Milwaukee. Then they got trouble back to Dallas to play tonight.
Well, I'm excited to play this game. I'm excited to play this game not only because it's the second night of back-to-back. We still don't know what at this moment in time what's going to happen with Kyrie. Obviously, he was dealing with that foot strain, so he played last night. So what does it look like tonight? We'll get there.
Also, Kevin Huerter is questionable with that left finger sprain, so he may not go tonight. Colby Jones is back from Stockton, so maybe Chris Duarte gets a start. There's definitely some questions lingering about the game tonight.
Yeah, so all those questions. Plus, though, when you look at this Mavs squad, it's a team that has found a way to find some early wins, except last night against the Milwaukee Bucks, obviously, right? But you wouldn't expect anything less with a team with Luka on it. But at the same time, it seemed like they had a Maj Podge full of a roster, and things are starting to work at times. Grant Williams is someone who not only can just work hard on the floor, he's shooting well from beyond the arc. But he's not the only one shooting well from beyond the arc. A few of these guys are shooting over 40% from three, I believe.
The three-point shooting for Dallas has been ridiculous this year, and that's really, I think, been the difference. Because defensively, they haven't been very good. Luka's shooting 42% from three. Kyrie's at 39%. Grant Williams is 48% from three. And then Tim Hardaway has been averaging 18.5 points per game off the bench. That's number one in the NBA. He's also shooting 40% from three. They are number one in three-point makes, second in attempts, and they're third in percentage. So they like to get up a lot of threes. Sacramento's got to be ready for that. They've also been a better offensive rebounding team, which can create second-chance opportunities and then bang.
So make sure if you're the Kings, you're doing all the little things, but then not only doing the little things on the defensive end, making sure you're grabbing those boards, defending the three-point line. On the offensive end, attack the shit out of this team. I mean, we watched it last night with Giannis. Obviously, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo, and he can get anywhere he wants against a lot of teams. But there was times where I saw zero resistance on Giannis with the way that he was going into the paint, not only to score, but to also find the open teammates from beyond the arc, spray threes, whatever you want to see. So if you're the Kings tonight, you got to make sure that every possession down, you are getting those paint touches on this Mavs squad.
Pushing the pace is big tonight. And in all fairness, Dallas's pace has actually been really good this year. They're near the top in the NBA, but recently Sacramento is back near the top. Last 5 games, Kings are tied for first in pace again. So they're playing more of their basketball. To me, on the second night of a back-to-back for Dallas, that has to be the focus, is push, push, push.
Tire them out.
Yeah, because I think Sacramento's playing some great basketball right now. I think they are playing some of the best basketball in the NBA, just all around, what they're doing offensively, how they're getting stops defensively too. They can keep this going tonight.
Yeah, and it's not only about tiring out the Mavs and going at them, pushing the pace, but you look at their rookie, Derek Lively, someone who gets in foul trouble. Sabonis, go after him, go through him, do what you need to do to just post up, get big into him. And that doesn't only go for Sabonis, that goes for De'Aaron Fox. You know, that's their second line of defense. We, again, going over another thing that Luka does defensively, there's times where he just gets so lazy, so tired on the defensive end, and he'll just point at his guys like, pick him up for me. You know, can you pick up my slack? And like when those defensive miscues happen with this Mavs squad, the Kings just got to make sure that they're capitalizing on those moments to make it easy for themselves so then they can do what you were saying to me. And that's what it's all about, trying to get your starters to not have to play a whole bunch of minutes.
Yeah, because the Kings are going to have a back-to-back tomorrow in New Orleans. So, like, take care of business tonight. But it's not going to be easy. This Dallas team, like we mentioned, is explosive. You looked at the top scoring duos in the NBA. Okay. Kyrie and Luka are number 2. Last night in Milwaukee, they combined for 74 points. Crazy. But you know who's 4th in the NBA in scoring duo?
Oh.
Fox and Sabonis. Kind of flying under the radar. It goes Embiid, Maxey, Luka, Kyrie. Okay. You've got, who is the third? Guess, because I'm forgetting off the top of my head.
Wait, wasn't it Giannis and
Dame? My bad. Yes. So it goes Embiid, Maxey, Luka and Kyrie, Giannis and Dame, Fox, Sabonis, and then Tatum and Brown. Fox and Sabonis combining for 52 points per game. Technically, right now, De'Aaron leads the NBA in scoring, but he hasn't reached the qualifying games part because he missed some games. But he's averaging 32.2 points a game, and he has been awesome this season.
Yeah.
Like, it's been, and especially against Dallas in the past, he's been amazing. Couple of questions for you. Last year, the Kings put Harrison Barnes on Luka at times. Does Keegan Murray get that matchup tonight?
I hope they start with that, because we saw they when they were putting, or Mike Brown was putting Harrison Barnes on Victor Wembanyama even the other night against the Spurs. And I was like, I just didn't like it right away. And obviously you saw how that game started. I'm not saying it was because of that, but I just think you go with what is right. And what is right is what Keegan Murray is doing on the defensive end. We don't need to go into that, but we both get very giddy about that. He needs to start on Luka, keeping those long arms up, contesting those step back threes that Luka has.
And you have some options with Barnes. You put him on Grant Williams. You've also been starting Derek Jones Jr. He's not like a crazy outside threat. And maybe so put HB on Williams or Jones. And then you put Fox on Kyrie.
Yep. I like it. Yes, especially like still waiting to hear, assuming that Kyrie is playing, but waiting to hear because it's the second night of a back-to-back. But that's exactly the direction I would go.
Should be a fun game. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Any predictions, drop them below. And know we'll be live after the game tonight for Night Chats.
Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. The